This video is going out to those who may be dealing with dark entities attacking you in your home or wherever. Might happen in other places as well. This used to happen to me for more than half of my life. I was attacked by dark entities, otherwise known as what I would at that time call demons. I want to teach you just a little bit about your authority over these dark entities that are attacking you physically or emotionally or mentally or spiritually, just like if they're draining you, anything like that, or if they're actually physically attacking you. So I went through most of my life seeing these, well, you would say demons, probably demonic looking entities. I could see them like with my eyes, like because I was, well, I'm a psychic medium and also a natural born shaman. I don't call myself a shaman, but I've worked with a couple shamans, and the one that I worked with the longest, he told me I was a natural born shaman. So this is maybe not going to go along with what most shamans would tell you or teach you, but this is coming from my own personal experience. So that's why I want to share it, because this is coming not from something I read out of a book or heard from somebody else to do. This is something that worked for me and has continued to work for me ever since I did it back in around 2009, 2010. So I was, every night, I dreaded going to sleep every single night, because every single night usually it was always in my sleep. I would fall asleep and I would wake up with something attacking me, typically. It would either choke me or sit on my chest. And a lot of people, might think that they're having sleep paralysis or something like that, but that's not what this was. And I knew it too. I had just become a Christian at the time, and I started to believe in these demons. And I'd never had problems before with what you call demons, dark entities. Before that, though, not like so much like this. I mean, maybe like emotionally, like emotional attacks, but never like physical attacks. This is what this is about. This is about physical attacks from darker entities that are attacking you. Okay. So, I was sitting up in my bed reading or something, and I just heard, because I have the clairaudient gifts of being a psychic and claircognizant, and I heard I heard Source of all, the Creator, God, whatever you call your higher power, say to me, if you just believe that they can't do that, that they can't touch you, that they can't harm you physically like that anymore, it'll stop. And I was like, really? So I somehow I believed that with all of my heart. I really just took that within me, and I believed it. I believed it. That was God talking to me at the time. And so I was just like, okay. And I just had this like childlike faith about it. And I just, right from that point on, I just started believing this, they can't attack me anymore. It's done. It's over. And from that point on, I have not had a single attack since. And that was, I became a Christian when I was about 19. So for, quite a bit of time there, well over like a decade at least, or something like that, it was quite a bit of time that I was dealing with these physical attacks. And sometimes the attacks would come through health problems, or, attacking my mental health with negative thoughts. And they do tend to do that, a lot. They will attack your mental health and try to give you negative thoughts of maybe fear or depression, or like you're not good enough. Just anything that is coming into your mind that's really negative about yourself. That's not you. That's not you thinking that, because I'm going to tell you why. You are the avatar of the Creator, okay? And you are the Creator of all, Source of all, is living in you, through you, and as you. And you are the home of Source energy of all. Okay? You are the dwelling place of your higher power, of the higher power I'm speaking of, which I call God or Source of all. Okay? Now, you take that and you take it into your belief system and believe it with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, as much as you possibly can. And you have to know that because you are God, because you are the source energy of all, literally, in this avatar body, in this holographic body, you have the power over, you have the authority to speak to these dark entities and tell them to leave you alone and to go now. Now, at the time before that happened, when I heard that, I could just believe that they would, have to leave me alone. They would. Before that, when I would get attacked, I would say the name of Jesus, because I'd become a Christian. So Jesus was my higher power, and that's what I believed to help me. And that would be the one to call upon to save me from this dark force, whatever it was, the entity that was attacking me in my sleep, waking me up in my sleep. Now, I'm just going to tell you something. This is probably hard for some to understand, but for those who understand, I really, really hope you will, do this. But whatever you basically believe in as your higher power, I don't care if it's, Jesus, or if it's the god Ra, or if it's like Buddha, or whoever you feel is your higher power, or God, okay, or your angels, anything that you feel that has the more authority. If you feel like something has more authority than you, it's because you don't still realize that you are, source of all, God, source energy, the creator of all, living inside of you. And it's okay if you don't understand that and have if you haven't fully grasped that in your belief system yet. Once you do, it'll change everything, how you perceive everything. You will know you have power over everything, and you have power to create your own reality. And you can create a reality where these things cannot and will not have to, you will not have to deal with them anymore, and they will not attack you physically, emotionally, mentally, or anything. As long as you take your attention off of something, you cannot feed it. The energy is taking from you. What it's taking from you is your energy. It feeds off of your fear. It feeds off of any kind of negative vibration, which would be a negative emotion that you're feeling. A negative emotion equals a negative vibration that you're sending out into the ether, into the universe, into the world, into the energy field around you. And these beings are coming to you because they recognize that. They can smell it. They can hear it. They can see it. They can, they know where it's at, because everything is energy. We're all made of energy, including these beings. So if you are putting off that kind of negative energy, they're going to come and attack you. Sometimes they just see your light, though, too, when they attack you. That was my case, a lot of it. But most of it was because I started just believing in demons, and I was taught that so much in church. It was like every church I went to. I'm not trying to come against churches and Christianity or anything, but everybody has a right to believe what they want, and that's why I'm telling you. Whatever you believe will be your truth. Okay, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Whatever you believe to be your truth, or whoever you believe to be your higher power, that will be your truth. That will be your higher power that you call upon in your times of need, and you believe it works. You, by the law of assumption, you assume that it works, then it has to work, because that is a law. That is a universal law, the law of assumption, just like the law of attraction, the law of gravity, the law of cause and effect. It's a universal law, you guys, that God, source energy, put into motion, and is forevermore. So if you assume something and you believe something to be your truth, it will become your truth. And watch your thoughts, watch your emotions. Pay attention. Do a check-in on yourself on and off throughout the day. Put a little reminder in your phone if you have to ask yourself, what am I thinking right now? What am I meditating on right now? How am I feeling right now? And really try to ask yourself, what is this? Why am I feeling this way? Do some shadow work. Look up, videos on how to do shadow work. That would really help you. And listen to positive things. Make sure you really pay attention to what you take into your eye gates, your ear gates, your mouth gate, whatever, everything. And make sure that you just try to stay as high vibrational as you can. And think positive. Try to stay on top of your mental diet and stay positive, especially about yourself and others, because they're a reflection of you. They're you pushed out. We're all one. We're all connected. And so I just want to encourage anybody who's dealing with this kind of situation to just, whatever you believe to be your truth and your higher power, whether it's yourself or someone else, call on it. Okay?